Is this not working? Probably not. But let me check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Help make bloodsuckers disappear.
Oh yeah.
With the Advantage family, we put
Oh,
a hit on pet parasites.
sorry guys. I'm trying to see if my audio comes up. Oh, it is working. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trip Sitters podcast. Hello. Go, man. Oh, shoot. Let me go to my control center so I can look at it on there. How is everybody doing today? Yo, how is everybody doing today? You guys doing good? Anyways, let me go on YouTube too, and to have it set up so I can look at the chat there. I like looking at the chat there. Well, I guess I could look at the chat here. Fuck it, I'll just do that here. Ozzy, don't knock my vitamins over. What are you doing? First podcast? Hell yeah. Try to keep your number one spot. All you gotta do is comment or stay live in the chat. Keep saying stuff. Don't be afraid of saying. Well, you should be afraid. Don't say some stupid shit. That's for sure. Don't say anything racist, homophobic, nothing. We don't want none of that stuff. Unless you are making a creative joke that makes fun of the absurdity of it, then that's okay. But straight up saying the N-word, listen, I am sick and tired of people coming on here and doing that. You are stupid. You are an teenage edgelord. So please do not comment that word. You'll be I don't think I can ban anybody, but you won't be able to comment anymore. So yeah, please don't say that. Please refrain from saying it, at least during this podcast. I don't want to be part of it because I don't support that. But anyways, we got a special guest on here today. I don't know what to call him, an influencer. I don't like using that word because people called me an influencer before, and I just don't like the way that sounds. But he does a lot of impersonations, especially Donald Trump. He does a great Donald Trump, and his stance is perfect. His name is Trey Borden. He goes by Bordo Trey on Instagram. I honestly don't even know if he has a TikTok. He probably does, but I'm not for certain. Holy crap, I gotta charge my laptop. I didn't even know it was not plugged in. Good thing I caught that.
Yo.
Oh, hey, we got him on here.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Wait, let me make sure we can hear him on the chat or the live stream.
Is the mic good?
You sound fine. I can hear you just fine, but I'm just gonna see
right,
on here if it works good. Come on, let's go. This is behind a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, I see your profile is a cat. Very good choice.
You want Cam?
No. Oh, I mean, you could do it. There you go. Look at that.
What's up, bro?
Future actor in the Michael Jackson biopic right there.
Yeah, that's me.
I hear you're playing Michael Jackson.
Of all time.
Yeah. You're only in the second half of Michael Jackson's life. I hear you're playing that part.
Yeah, I can't do the first half for reasons, you know.
Yeah, I see that.
How's it going, dude?
Good. Okay, so I can hear you. We're good. Okay, I just want to make sure because every time I don't like sometimes we'll start off and no one will be able to hear us. So I just want to make sure. But I am doing good, man. How are you? This is all jokes aside. He's not playing in the Michael Jackson biopic, guys. That was clearly a joke. Some people. Yeah, no. But this is Trey Borden. He goes by Bordo Trey on Instagram. Do you have a TikTok by chance?
I do have a TikTok. My TikTok's actually bigger, which is
It
interesting.
is. Okay, that's why I was assuming you did, but I didn't put it in the description or anything because I just don't use
No, you're good,
TikTok
bro.
very often. But yeah, so I use Instagram, and that's how I found you that one time. I was just scrolling, and you popped up as Trump, and it was hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
So yeah, let's get started with that. I mean, this might
Fun,
just
man.
I'm just going to be asking questions, and then maybe we can get a discussion about the world and what's going on because it's very interesting to talk
That's what we
about.
do.
Yeah, so explain. How did you start doing this? What made you want to do it? Did you just pop in your head? Did you think it was gonna blow up like this? Like, let's go through your
Yeah.
mindset.
Well, so okay. I mean, how long-winded do you want?
I go as long as you want, man. I guess I should have
Okay.
asked one separate question. Okay, so how did you start? Let's start off with that.
Well, okay. So the reason that I started, I kind of have to go back even further. So I think I've talked about this in the DMs, but I'm a speedrunner. You see this fire flower up top?
Yes.
Um, so I speedrun Super Mario 64, which is interesting. And so I speedrun that for a long time, and I got really, really, really fucking bored of it. And that was kind of like the only thing I was doing for a long time, and just going to school and working. And then one day, it was, I think, August last year, I was getting really into politics and mostly in, with Israel and Gaza. And Gaza was really hitting hard for me. And I just like I couldn't contain it anymore. I had to make a video about it. So I created because I kind of got pretty big. I have like 9,000 subs on YouTube, and like I just have a few videos that are like pretty big. And so I just like started over completely new. So I go by Trey Borden with my Mario shit with speedrunning, and then I just made Bordeaux Trey on my other two. Um, and so yeah, I just started posting like journalism type content. I would just go on Al Jazeera every day. I would look at all of the U.S. Publications, and I would just basically talk about what happened in Gaza that day. And so for a long time, I did that. And then I made a joke one time, and I was like, I just had this idea where I was like, it'd be funny if I said like, I think the video was, I went like this. I said, guys, I know how to. And I went, we have to send 5 billion to Israel. And so that kind of popped off, and then I realized like Israel jokes were starting to like catch on because I
The
mean
great
last 4 months,
noticing.
yeah, the great noticing exactly. And yeah, one day I was just like, I'm gonna try a Trump impression, and the rest was history. Honestly, like it's very interesting how it happened. I was doing journalism, and then I made one funny video, and then boom, it just popped off. 3 million views on TikTok, 2 mil on Instagram, and then I just kind of kept posting, just spamming the same format. Just interviewer Trump works well.
It
Israel
does.
joke.
It's so funny. It never gets old. Just insert
And then
random
in
country.
December,
Just say we give them money.
exactly.
Or we bomb them and then give Israel money. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
That's what I was gonna say. In December, then I had a feeling Trump was going to bomb Venezuela. I had a very strong feeling, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make a joke about it." And so I made the bomb Venezuela video, which is what most people know me from. And man, that video after he bombed Venezuela, which is just like fucked, right? Like
Hmm.
my stuff is blowing up after suffering, but yeah, it has 52 million views on Instagram, and it's just
Jeez.
like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's got to be like humbling. Well, humbling in a way that is like, damn, that is like,
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like what you did is just, it speaks to a lot of people, even if there are people who disagree. It speaks to
yeah, exactly.
people because you'll get people, you'll get the MAGA people in the comments, but you also get people who support it. But well, support what you're saying. But yeah, no, that was, I remember on your story, if I remember correctly, when we bombed Venezuela, you were you were just pointing out like yo, like I just did a video on this, or I made a video. I knew it,
Yeah.
and it came true, or so I forgot what exactly you said, but that was funny.
Evasion? Wait, this I know this guy really well. How do you know?
Huh?
That's crazy. In your chat, Evasion SR. He's from Speedrunning. That's pretty funny.
Oh, really? Wait, let me check that. Oh, okay. You know the
Yeah, I
guy?
know that guy.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in my
okay.
chat a lot.
So
That's
he
pretty funny.
he must watch my content, and then he must have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, welcome,
That's
welcome,
awesome.
Evasion. Oh, we got Bizarre Bazar. Hello, what's up? That's another content creator. He kind of
Yeah, what's up,
he
y'all?
does true crime stuff.
Oh, you messaged.
I messaged him. Okay, you know that person, Frickin' Fricks.
No, I don't know them, but I assume it's just like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Okay, so you started fairly recently. This is like the time to do it. So okay, I wanted to ask this because I want to get your opinion on it because I saw it in a comment the other day. It was like you were saying like do more. Well, actually, I think you made a reel about it. If you do more Trump stuff, you get mad, or people get mad, and if you don't do it, they get mad that you're not doing it.
yeah.
Do you? What's your opinion on that? And do you like doing the Trump stuff? Because that is the funniest shit ever. I really don't want you to stop doing it, but you got to like space it out, of course. But you don't want to like overdo it. But do you get sick and tired of it, or do you enjoy doing it as well?
I mean, I enjoy it. It's funny. Like when I'm sitting there, like, cause I don't like write it down. I'll have like, I'll put in my notes just like an idea, and then usually I'll just like put the fucking blazer on and then think of random shit to say. So like that part's really fun for me, usually, where I'm just like, I'm basically just brainstorming. I'm just talking in the Trump voice until I find something that I personally think is funny. But I get so tired of it, especially because I was doing like TikTok streams for a bit, and I was just doing the Trump impression, and it was like very successful. Like I had like 1,000 concurrent viewers like the whole time. But it's so boring to just do the Trump impression for hours. So yeah, I get tired of it all the time. And if you go through my Instagram, especially lately, I'm posting about literally everything, and then I'll just like throw a joke in, and then obviously that one does the best. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I get bored, but it's also very fun. So yeah, I mean that's kind of my answer. I don't plan to stop. What I really want to do is think of more creative ways, and I want to work on other impressions, do some other jokes.
Do you think you can
That's what I
ever
want to.
play BB?
I actually, dude, I have a TikTok where I did him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's terrible, but it did pretty well.
I
But
I saw. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. But I want to tell you
no, you're
this
good.
one
Keep
thing.
going. Keep going.
This I saw a video from like 10+ years ago where BB said that like Hitler hated Muslims or something. I could not stop laughing at that. Like it's crazy. It's sad, depressing, but like the fact, like where these people's hearts are at. They truly
Yeah,
despise the Muslims, and like, listen, I don't
yeah,
align with Islam views, but hey, man, it
yeah,
is truly sickening what their mindset is on
yeah.
attacking, their justification, and even like the October
Mhm.
7th attack. That wasn't like there's a lot of false stuff coming out of there. Like not all of it. I'm sure
Some of,
some of it is true, but like there's a lot that
yeah,
was false, and that's justification of murder. Claiming 70,000. There's probably way more that we don't know about.
yeah.
Um,
70,000 minimum.
yeah,
That's what we know.
right.
Um, yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm an atheist, devout. I mean, I'm not resistant to other religions. Like, if I had like a fucking godly experience, I'm not just going to ignore it.
Hmm.
But I'm an atheist for sure, and like it's so silly that like they use this stuff for justification, especially for Muslims. I've talked to a lot of Muslims throughout my journey on social media so far because like obviously like it appeals to them. And I mean these people are just like in I'm talking to people in Palestine, and they're like their resolve is just something I can't even fathom. Like you're just getting bombed daily. You hear bombs drop. Your house is fucking destroyed. You're living in a tent,
Hmm.
and these people are still like, I trust in Allah. You know, I'm gonna pray every day. I'm gonna do my best, and that they just have so much strength and resolve, and I have so much respect for especially like Muslims in Palestine and Lebanon and Jordan, Syria,
Mm-hmm.
everyone affected by Israel. So yeah, I mean
The original homeland.
it's yeah, yeah,
The one that wasn't
greater Israel.
stolen. Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, there's a video. I don't know if you ever seen it. It's from the Guardian. I actually really respect that news station now. But this guy like documented it. He interviewed the Israel people, and then he went to Gaza, and like the difference,
Yeah.
like, and the justification, and also there's like I don't know if it was in that video specifically or it was something, but they were like, how are you handling this war? And they're like, yeah, it's well, they're talking to Israel people. It's like, yeah, we gotta stand strong, it's tough. And they're out here at the beach at Tel Aviv, like,
Yeah.
partying it up, while these people 20 however many miles, 60 miles or something, I think it is, down the
It's
road.
so close.
Dude, and it's like a whole different. It's truly a war zone, a genocide zone. But
Yeah.
if you say that, you're
Yeah.
anti-Semitic, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, these Israelis, like, I mean, it's really unfortunate that, like, I think it's 80% of them are like supporting the genocide in Gaza and like do not believe in Muslims as a subhuman class, or Palestinians. And I mean, Gaza is just an open air prison. Like, it just, and the West Bank, honestly. And it's just, it's unconscionable. And these people are just like living their lives. And then, as you said, literally 20 miles away, these people are just starving away. I don't know. It's so depressing. This is why I started making content in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually something like that can set you off, and even if it's from a depressing start, it can, making light of things, like, that's what comedy is for. It makes us
Yeah.
laugh in the worst of times, because there's really nothing, like, dwelling on it is not going to help. Like, yes, you have to dwell, and you have to, like, we have to still fully support and tell people what's going on, but we can't just be sad all the time. You gotta laugh, because
Yeah.
I feel like we don't laugh as much anymore. Like,
I mean, it's hard.
yeah, like, me and my best friend, we work together at the post office. I have a full-time job there. I do YouTube on the side. But we were talking, and we just started dying laughing, because he did a impersonation of a monkey and a Peter Griffin laugh at the same time. And we started dying laughing. I'm like, dude, I have not laughed like that in forever.
Yeah.
And it just felt so good, because we used to laugh like that for like 8 minutes straight back, like, in 2018, before the 2020 started, the end of times.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out. I don't know, it just came to my head. I wanted to share that, because I don't know if you like, I mean, you make people laugh, but do you yourself, like, have you noticed that you don't, like, laugh as much, or is that just like maybe an anomaly for me or a few other people?
100%. There's some quote I'm misremembering, but like, it's you can't. The thing is with like politics is it's like the one thing where it's like you can't. What's that quote where he's saying you can't listen to the birds sing if the warplanes are above your head or whatever.
I don't think I've ever heard that one. I'll have to look that one up.
I forgot who it is, but it's so true. Where it's like you can try to ignore politics all you want, but at a certain point, like, it affects you. I mean, the war in Iran, gas prices are going up. Even if it's small things all the way over here in America, like, shit, it just gets worse all the time. And to ignore it is easy, but I feel like at this point you can't. And it's depressing. But I was going to say that like, for me, I've had sort of like a rough journey with like doing the Trump impression, as like, sometimes it's just not funny to me. Sometimes it's just like, I don't want to make a joke about this.
Right.
And so I'm trying to think of something crazier, and it's like, this is the craziest it can be. Like, I can't even imagine something worse at times. And like, that sucks. But then I will say, like, the DMs help a lot. Like, I get DM'd all the time of people just saying, thank you so much. You're making me laugh. I'm from Palestine. I'm from Iran. I'm in the U.S. and I just appreciate you trying to make people laugh, and that keeps me going. It keeps me making videos. But 100%, man, it's
Mm-hmm.
rough. It just gets worse.
Right. It's sad. You don't. It's kind of subtle, but you're kind of
Hmm.
accepting it at this point. Like you don't.
Yeah,
You like as a kid, you'd see all the fireflies coming around, but now at nighttime, it's like I mean, there's a few in the summertime, but it's definitely not as much as there was. That's kind of just how I see laughing nowadays, and I feel like
yeah,
we just gotta laugh. We gotta do something because it adds life to your life. Like literally, I believe that wholeheartedly.
yeah.
I think it does,
I
but yeah. What were you gonna say?
I think it can unite as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think like humans as a whole find very similar things funny,
Yeah.
and you can unite the people around silly jokes and common enemies that I think that can be good. I think that can be good.
Yeah. That's the thing we gotta do. Like we gotta try to unite these people who are super extreme. I would say like me and you, we're not like extreme in our views, but we are very like we are what's a strong not the word is strong we are what's the word I'm thinking of we
Passionate?
passionate, yeah, the passion, the words like that, yeah, they don't come to my mind as easy anymore. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'll forget
No, I
words
get it.
randomly. But we are passionate, I'd say, and there's a lot of passionate people on the right. And
Hmm.
I have this, I fully believe this, that people on the far left and the far right, our ideologies aren't different views like humans and humanity. Like
Hmm.
we all want the same things. We all want to love and
Very
be with each
similar, yeah.
other. But yeah, they tend to discriminate. They tend to go off of
Hmm.
like stereotypes off of that, and that's me personally. You said you're an atheist. I'm a non-denominational Christian, which that means that I don't fall under any branch of Christian. I just believe in the Christian
Yeah.
God, and I think the true like word of the Bible is like is something that is good to follow. But that's the problem.
Hmm.
These Christian nationalists, they skew it. They make
Yeah.
Christianity look like a horrible
Hmm.
religion, which is what pisses me off. Because if you actually followed it and you actually spoke the word of it like it would be healing. It would be good use. But
Yeah.
but I don't also want to push my ideas onto people because you got to experience it yourself. I
Hmm.
can't like force you to believe in God because that gives people a bad look, and that just ruins it for other people who might honestly be interested in doing it and
Hmm.
learning about it. But yeah, what was I saying before that? The ideas. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we
Totally
gotta
right.
yeah we gotta find a way to where like we can come together. Like like off the top of your head, or have you even thought about like ways that we can do that? Like just trying to connect in a way where we all can agree.
Hmm. Oh yeah, I think about it all the time. I will say I'm probably a little more extreme than you'd assume, but not extreme as in like the way I conduct myself,
Right. No, I get it.
but the philosophy that I follow as an atheist, or I'd say agnostic,
Hmm.
you have to follow logical conclusions, and it sort of brings you to a what many would call an extreme place. But when you think of extreme, it's these people who are loud and uncalculated and honestly reactionary from the left and right.
Hmm.
Um, and that's what I think of when I think like extreme radical. It's like these people who are just annoying and not calculated and don't actually think about their messaging.
Hmm.
Um, but I think about the uniting thing all the time. I think the most important thing is that we can all recognize that we are very much the same. Um, very minute differences, and the minute differences are what make us good. And I honestly don't know. I think comedy is what I'm experimenting with now, but I think overall it's a electricity, almost like electrifying the people. I think you have to agitate, and I think like people need to be mad about what's happened, and I think once that starts to happen, people will start to understand the severity of our situation, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Hmm.
and once everybody understands the severity, there's really only three goals that we're working towards at that point, and it's let's get rid of war, let's try to reduce harm, and then let's try to have a good time.
Right.
And like once everybody can realize that that's what we're kind of all after and stop just fighting over fucking nothing, um, then I think then we can make progress. But I think that takes agitation. People must be mad that they're in a
Yes.
cage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's sad because the gas prices is something that is agitating these people. I mean,
Yes.
anything to get them over here. Like I've come to the conclusion. I see people get upset, and like they're like, "Oh, you don't like Trump after all this time yet." Like, especially even earlier this year or earlier last year when people switched over. It's like we have to
Yeah.
appreciate that these people have come over, no matter what, even if it's for something stupid like that. Like you can make fun of them and everything, but like we got to take whatever we can
Yeah.
get at this point, and
Definitely.
we're not joking around because it's crazy. These people. I'm just glad people are waking up. But
Me too.
yeah. So
Hope it's not too late.
hopefully not. I mean, they just send more troops over there.
Yeah, yeah. I think he deployed. It's really bad. There's basically no way out of this war at this point.
How old
But-
are you, by chance? Because that's
I'm
gonna be my
19.
next 19. Okay, so
Yes.
the draft is not gonna be looking good for you or for me because I'm 26. I turned 27
Yeah,
in
dude,
June.
we're fucked.
Yeah, so I don't know how they go off of that. That's what I'm like worried about with the like cause he in Ohio he just got access to voting records. So like I'm worried that he's gonna go off of who voted. Now, for me personally, I didn't even vote in the election because I don't like either candidate.
I need respect.
But looking back, I should have voted. Even though I don't like Kamala, I should have
Yeah.
voted for her. But I just didn't. Just with her stances on Israel and stuff, I just can't support that. But he's even more supportive of it. So yeah.
We agree 100% there.
Yeah.
It was humiliating voting for Kamala Harris. I will say that. I think it was the correct choice, but I don't think that matters. I mean, if she was here, would we be in war with Iran?
I don't think so.
I'm not so convinced we might not, honestly.
Really?
Personally. I mean, maybe not, and maybe, but what I do believe is that we would have been in war with Iran at some point.
Yeah.
So even if it didn't happen during Kamala, I think there would have been a swing no matter what. Kamala wouldn't be better. I disagree with that. I think domestically things would be better. I think we'd have probably a better outlook on businesses. We'd probably I don't know. I mean, it would just basically be what Joe Biden felt like.
Yeah.
Where it's just kind of meandering around.
Right. And this guy sucks.
Yeah.
But now it's
Trump,
like,
and it's like,
oh
okay.
my God. Let's bring him back. I don't care if he can't understand what he's doing. Just like, but yeah, no, I can't say she would be better or not. But this guy said, can you ask Trey about eating super lube? Do you know anything about that?
This is my buddy GTO. He's very good at Mario.
Okay.
So here, I'll explain the joke real quick. So we play with Nintendo 64 original, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the parts are very delicate, and so you use a lube, and we use super lube. And I have a running joke that I ate super lube one time.
Oh.
And I did. But
okay, because
it's a joke.
Okay, I wanted to hear that because I saw him comment that. I'm like, I kind of want to know what that means.
Yeah, it's an interesting message when you see it.
Yeah, now we know the context.
I had some interactions with the Super Lube company on Twitter, which was pretty funny. But
oh wow,
yeah,
how'd that go?
I mean, they just I was like glazing them. I was like, "You guys have the best lube," and they were like, "Thank you so much."
You
It was
should
nothing crazy, but it was funny.
you should collab with them. See if you can be. That could be your like
Yo, I
advertisement. Like
tried.
I use Super Lube to stand like Donald Trump or something. Like where you hunch over. Like
Yeah,
I got to
we'll
use
mix
it
some.
to get my stance back, my normal stance. I don't know. I don't know
We'll
how it works.
mix the personalities.
Right. um. So about your about what you do online, is there something that you like are aiming to do? Like is there like what's your goals, and what is your future plans with this?
I mean, number one thing is agitate. Like when I said earlier, I truly believe in this moment, I think that's all I can do. All we
Mm-hmm.
can do is get people pissed. And I mean, I just, it's so hard to say because, like, I know that I'm going to, like it kind of just goes with the wind, if you know what I'm saying. Like in August, if you said I would have got 50 million views in 3 months, then
Mm-hmm.
I would have called you crazy.
Right.
And I wouldn't have been able to even tell you what I did it with. So it's kind of hard for me to plan with this because I guess comedy for me, I wouldn't even call myself a comedian, but I sort of am. I kind of lucked myself into it by
Mm-hmm.
being a little bit funny.
No, you're
It's
you're you're
mostly
really
just
funny. I'm
the
gonna say
impression is pretty good. But thank you, bro. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to keep growing, and I want to make people mad, really, and I want to make people laugh too. I want people to laugh and then also realize the absurdity of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of just what I want to do for however long it takes until change happens. I'm kind of just seeing where the wind takes me.
I guess that's a good way to go through with it, and that's really all you
Yeah,
can do is see, just see whatever happens. I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, but
yeah,
and I'm striving for this, for agitation to hopefully wake people up. But
hmm,
if it doesn't happen, you gotta keep cool. But if it does, that's that would be
hundred
the
percent.
best. So yeah, the because the midterms are coming up, but in my
Yeah,
personal opinion, I really think they are trying hard to not let it happen. And I fully
100%
believe, I
agree.
don't know if you saw this, but in Los Angeles, the Larry Silverstein, the guy who or owned the World Trade Center, had just
Yeah, I know.
bought the building. Yes, the whatever tower it is,
Yeah,
and yeah, he just bought that. And then before, a few weeks ago, there was a report that said, Iran is trying to attack California, and that's what like the
yeah.
FBI or something said. So, people are putting those pieces together. What do you think that's something we should worry about, or do you think that's just like it's too far into conspiracy theory territory?
Well, I think the principle of it, a false flag attack, 100% we should be worried about. Specifically, the same guy that had the 9/11 towers and reporting from Western outlets. I don't think so. But I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, a false flag could 100% happen. I mean, we need to be on the lookout. And I do believe in the people at this point. Like, I think Gen Z, especially, like, if we get bombed one day, I think most of us are going to be like, okay, what's this about? Like, I don't think Iran did this to us.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, personally, the U.S. Bank Tower, I think that shit's kind of distracting. Um, it's pretty funny, and if it happened again with the same guy, like that'd be crazy, dude.
Fool me
But
once, shame
what I
on
do
you,
think
or
we
what?
should be more worried about,
That's
what I
saying.
think we should be more worried about is the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Palestine, because if Israel destroys the Al-Aqsa Mosque, it will spark a religious war, and the Muslim countries, the Gulf states, will have to unite, and it will be basically just Armageddon against Israel. And it scares me that Israel might bomb the Al Aqsa Mosque and then blame it on Iran. And that's kind of what I'm mostly worried about right now. Because I truly believe like Israel is like they want things to just like they just want as much to break as they can break. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I really like I think the U.S. like benefits from this in like a capitalism way, like
Hmm.
a capitalist way.
For
Like,
sure. For sure.
we dominate in the global sphere with Israel. But at this point, I don't think Donald Trump, I don't even think like Stephen Miller, who's evil as shit, wants this war in Iran. I think
Hmm.
this is Israel trying to fulfill their, I guess,
Prophecy.
prophecy
Yeah.
at, religious and capitalist, where they need to make sure the West dominates, but also, they have the Greater Israel Project. And so two things kind of happen at once, and that would be sparked by the destruction of the third holiest mosque, where they want to create the is it the third temple or whatever the fuck that Israel needs to whatever do their little thing. Dude,
I had no
the
idea
religious
about
shit is
that.
weird as hell.
I had
You should
not.
really look into it.
How do you spell
It's
the
scary.
mosque? The all ask. Well, how do
Al
you
Aqsa. So AL-AQSA.
AQSA? I have never heard of that before, so I appreciate you letting me know about that. I'm about to look that up after this. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty concerning, especially because Israel has said that they think Iran might strike it.
Oh
Which,
gosh. Yeah.
I mean, and also, I mean, you can know how holy this place is, how much they respect it. Israel hasn't even bombed it yet, and this is like, I mean, they bomb everything, and they haven't even bombed this yet.
We
So
haven't
it's
bombed
like,
it
yeah,
yet.
it's scary, bro. It's
Hmm.
scary.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Our relationship with Israel, this is how I view it. I feel like we are the little brother. We got but we have like the big, states. We have a lot of geography of land. There's money coming in, no money coming out. But we like look up to Israel. Like we are. I mean, I wouldn't say so much as a father, but like yeah, like a bigger brother. Like they rule us. They tell us what to do. We look up to them. We go off of them for like what we should do. So it's like a big influence on us, and
yeah.
like I think. Same with because Trump now it seems like he wants to take over Cuba, and that's just like
Yeah.
what Israel they literally want total control of everything. That's my opinion,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you mostly agree with that too. But
Well,
yeah,
just the West in
yeah,
general.
yeah, like surrounding areas, just all
Yeah.
all that, all those resources and everything. There's a lot of so many
Mhm.
resources over there. Beat Trump eventually, so we'll do that soon. But yeah, no. So I think there's a lot of influence going on. And I feel like that's why
Yeah.
Trump is his ego is already huge. But
Mhm.
now going to Cuba, we haven't had the best relations with Cuba, but Cuba hasn't been very innocent themselves. In the Cold War
Well,
especially. But
you gotta remember we've been raping them for 60 years. So,
exactly. They are a dictatorship. But I don't see, like, same with Iran. I don't see them as fully innocent, a fully innocent country. But
nobody is. Nobody
exactly.
is.
But I don't
No
think
country is.
we should never involve ourselves in something that we have no business being in, and that's my
Mhm.
biggest problem. Like, Cuba has their problems, Iran has their problems, but why are you going in there?
Yeah.
Like, it's the only reason
Mhm.
you can do it is because of power and greed. Like, if people
Mhm.
realize that, it would be a lot easier to convince these suckers to wake up. But
Yeah.
yeah, what
Well,
what what's your opinion on that?
I'd say I mostly agree, but I'd use a different analogy, sort of. I think America is the aging older brother, right?
Mm.
So I think Israel's the little brother which the older brother has sort of raised up. And if you think about it in a historical way, I mean, what America was with, Manifest Destiny, it's very similar to how Israel feels about the Greater Israel Project, where they they basically exist to conquer, and that's what we did for so long, and it was extremely successful, especially for white Europeans. And what Israel is our like outpost in the Middle East, which has almost outgrown us. We are slow. We don't produce much. We basically just consume. That's all we do. And our young takes care of the old, and the old consumes, and the young consume. And Israel is like this blossoming, almost social democratic state, which has the exact same goals as the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
but they truly believe the Palestinians are like evil,
Yeah.
and so they're electrified to steal this land because it's theirs. In their brain, it's theirs. And so I believe that Israel was a tool of the U.S. It was created by the U.S. to increase U.S. Hegemony, but Israel has outgrown us. Israel, they want more than us. We don't want war in Iran. We don't give a fuck. We want to chill out. Like the people of the U.S. want to chill out. The people in Israel love this war, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I see it. This is like white Europeans in 1776.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the revolution was awesome. So like I'm not going to say the creation of Israel was as cool as the fucking revolution, which is one of the greatest things that's ever happened historically. But what we did after the revolution is very Israeli. And what Israel stands for now is just domination of the world. And I think this is the logical conclusion of what America was, in my opinion.
That's a good way to put it. I like hearing different viewpoints on this because like we have very similar viewpoints, but different at certain parts.
Yeah.
So
We
yeah,
have different
I like
perspectives.
yeah, I like hearing that. That's the thing. We got to have these different perspectives so we can put it all together. Because no one knows everything. We like to think we know a
Exactly.
lot of stuff, but we really don't. But if you research and you get these factual evidence, you can back up your claims, and the more factual evidence you have, the more more people are gonna like actually take it down and listen, even in that moment, even if they're like they don't believe you because they just want to believe in their ignorance and thinking everything is
Yeah.
okay, and what they support is what's real, but they might think about it when they're sleep, even something like that could help out a lot. What okay so what do you think about Gavin Newsom? Let's stroll right into there.
Spineless cunt. How about that?
Same. I agree with you 100% on that. But yes, go ahead.
I mean, he doesn't believe anything. And it's just like, you can't trust somebody who doesn't believe anything. And that's kind of where it stops and ends for me. It's like, he mogs, right? But he doesn't believe anything. And I can't trust a word from that guy's mouth. Like, he can go fuck himself.
I notice whatever interview he's doing, he appeases to the interviewer.
Yep.
And if it's someone who's speaking who's anti-Israeli, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, free Palestine. We love it. I never took money from AIPAC before." Talking to Ben Shapiro, "Oh no, genocide is not real. Israel should become part of the United States." Like,
I revere Israel. He said that.
Yeah, I saw that. That was like what, yesterday or something something. There was like something recent. Yeah, I actually just saw a video clip of that like an hour ago. So, but yeah, that's crazy. He also had that one thing where he was in Atlanta promoting his book, and he said something about black people not being like. I don't know what he said, but it was so stupid and racist to say something like that. So it just goes to show he's like, and he was married to Kimberly Guilfoyle in the early 2000s. She's on Fox News, and she was dating Donald Trump Jr. Before.
Wow.
But yeah, so that goes to show a lot on both sides. If a right winger sees that, like, how could you be married to Gavin Newsom? And then a left winger be like, how could you how could you marry Kimberly Guilfoyle? So she's
Yeah.
got tons of plastic surgery. I do not like her. When I was younger, I was forced to watch Fox News from my mom. I had to watch
Ooh.
The Five. I had to watch Brett Baer, Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson. Even though Tucker Carlson is
Tucker's a good journalist.
he's somewhat waking up now, but I still can't, forgive him
Yeah.
fully for what he has done to this country, to make people believe it. But he also said, like, it was leaked a couple, like, last year or 2 years ago. He said, like, behind the scenes of Fox News, he couldn't stand Trump or something. He was just bullshitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, he asked very important questions, and I like when he asked the OpenAI Sam Altman about the guy. I don't know if you heard about it, but the guy who quote unquote committed, I don't want to say the S word, but so. That was good to ask him about that, because I think that's very suspicious. But yeah, him and you know who Cenk Uygur is from the Young Turks?
Oh yeah,
dude, they're getting along now. Who would have thought that in 2026 they support each other?
Yeah.
But let's see what else can.
I mean, I kind of want to talk about Tucker real quick before you.
Okay, no, go ahead.
I have some pretty strong feelings about Tucker. I feel very similar about Tucker as I do Gavin Newsom. I think at the end of the day, he's going to be spineless. But I will say, more than spineless, he's a populist. And especially with Israel, he understands this moment better than anybody. Mm-hmm. And he understands that if he gives us good journalism and he plays to the right crowd, which is anti-Israel, he's going to win over many people. And then also, I think there is, I don't want to say he's benevolent, because I really don't think he's a good guy. But the way that he conducts himself in these interviews really makes me feel like he believes something. I don't think he lets us know. So I guess it is a little different than Gavin Newsom. I don't think Tucker ever really says what he means. But I do think there's something in him that he's really convicted to do, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I understand, yeah.
He might be CIA, I don't know. His dad was CIA. I'm very cautious about that.
Right.
But an amazing journalist. I watch all of his stuff. His questions, when he's talking to a pro-Israel person, nobody does it better. Truthfully, nobody does it better. And nobody's able to get the connections that he has.
Right.
And then ask the questions that he does. But, like, what really upsets me is when he has someone like Professor Jiang on, and I personally really don't like that guy.
Who is he?
And Professor Jiang, he's like this like private school teacher in China, and he's from Canada, and he teaches Western philosophy.
Oh, okay.
And he basically just started making YouTube videos, and he predicted the Iran war. So he just like blew up recently because he predicted the Iran war.
Mm-hmm. But
him and Tucker are very big proponents of the Great Replacement theory, which I think is pretty silly. And that worries me, because they'll just sit there and talk about how white people are being genocided for 30 minutes. And, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't agree with it.
Well, before I go on to what I'm about to say, I want to say thank you to Dush9766 for £5. I appreciate you donating that to me. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. I like anybody that donates me something. I like to set aside that time to give them appreciation, because anything I'll take for sure. So I appreciate it, man. But yeah, the thing with people, this pisses me off so much when white people, and this is coming clearly, I'm a white guy and you are too.
Yeah. Very
very white. Yes, we are very white. When people claim that white people get discriminated against more than black people, or saying some stupid shit like, dude, This is the problem. People don't fully understand racism. It's going to take a lot to like explain fully what it really is. But racism isn't just saying the N word to somebody. It's not.
100%.
It's not just stereotyping, thinking that
Yeah.
they're going to steal something or something like the stereotypes that they have for in stores or whatever. It's much deeper than that, and people realize that and like how deep it really goes. Like people wouldn't be saying stupid shit like that. Like, white people, especially white men, get targeted against it in like videos, like this, or like in a quote unquote woke reel saying, white men are the death to the nation. But if you are getting offended by that statement, you aren't understanding it properly.
Exactly.
So, what is your opinion on that?
Well, I think most of it starts with economics. It almost just starts and ends with economics, because the only reason we have to avoid the N word is because we literally, like, not we, but white
Wait,
people
repeat that,
own
because you went
these people.
it glitched out and it paused right before you said it. So could you repeat that?
Well, I said I think it starts and ends with economics, and you have to look 100 years ago or 200 years ago. We literally, white people owned these people, right? And so there's this inherent inequality in that, which is obvious, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we look at like modern times, it's like black people just like don't have the same opportunities economically. And so like they can't get the same jobs always. They, because of poverty, systemic poverty, they can't get the same schooling positions we can. It's just literally everything is affected by the economics of the situation. That like if we all had the same opportunity and there wasn't the fact that we owned them 200 years ago, then there'd be no need to police your language, right?
Right.
But it's just out of being a nice person, right? Like, not saying the N-word isn't like you're not just like a racist garbage person if you say it, but it's like you're a dumb fuck if you do, because you don't understand that we literally owned these people, dude. Like,
Right.
let them give them a fucking chance. Give them a few more 100 years, man. Like, that we need economic equality. And I think people they kind of mash those two together. It's like saying the N-word is the same as like, telling a person you can't have a job because you're black. And they're very different things.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way that I see it.
Yeah, I fully see what you're saying there. It's just so depressing, and this is like, you got to see people as who they are as a person. This is what pisses me off, because they'll see like a crime that happens, and then it'll be like a picture of a black man or a black woman, and someone will be like, usual suspects, and then there's a sex offender that's being committed of like raping 20 minors, and it's a white guy, and then there's nothing there, unless it's the people who are saying usual suspects to like counteract what the racist people are saying. So it's like, you can't. A sex offender is a sex offender. It doesn't, if they're white, black, Asian, Mexican, it doesn't matter. Someone doesn't commit these crimes because of their skin color. It doesn't. It pisses me off when people say that. They just automatically think that because they're a certain race, they commit crimes. It's like, do you not forget that Hitler murdered millions of people? Do you forget that freaking Stalin, how many people did he kill or had killed? Like, dude.
I mean, the Gulag numbers are like, it's like 400,000.
Yeah.
But the famine was like 5 million. But that wasn't systemic. That was a huge fuck up.
Yeah. I'm just saying, though, like, people have committed crimes, and it doesn't really matter it doesn't matter at all what race you are. And look at, Jim Jones, the guy who brought 900 people to a secret community in Guyana and had them drink the Kool-Aid, the cyanide Kool-Aid, and 900 people all died in a horrible death. And like, that's a white guy, okay? But there's been other races, you know, black people have murdered, you know, black people, Asian people have murdered Asian people have murdered white people killed. Like, it just goes back and forth, but it doesn't mean that the race caused them to commit these crimes. It's so stupid. Just like being nice too. Like, you're not nice because you're white. You're not nice because you're black. You're nice because you're nice. Like,
yeah. Well, I think low IQ shit. Like, you have to be such an idiot to not understand that, like, we've been more successful for so long because we literally owned these people. We treated them like animals less than 200 years ago. Like, people don't, like, how do you just ignore that? Like of course. And I'm a very big proponent of social conditioning being an extremely deciding factor in who you are. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And what that would suggest is that if you are in a bad economic position, you're going to end up doing worse things because, I mean, in this system, you benefit from stealing. Like,
Right.
that is just, that is a good if you don't have food. And it doesn't matter if you're breaking the law, you don't have food.
That should be a human right. It should be having food forever. There should be no starving people anywhere, no matter what country.
Absolutely.
And there's starving people in America.
We have the fucking resources. There is no scarcity. It's simply people playing with other people, and it's low IQ.
Yeah,
Honestly,
the 1% is hoarding everything
Yes.
from us. Like, you're giving all this money to everything that is destroying us. And another, I said I worked at the post office, and this is meaning a lot to me because they just appointed a freaking guy who owned the waste management company, and he owns FedEx now, and he also owns the post office, or he's like the CEO or whatever. And he said the post office probably will be gone in 2027 or like something. He said like that, and everyone is going to lose their jobs or like something like that. And that really scares me because I believe him. With the way in control like that.
that's your job.
And they call it United States Postal Service because it's a service. It's not like a regular job.
It's supposed to make profit.
Right. It's a government funded and people do not pay taxes for the post office, which everyone thinks they do, but nobody does. But me and my friend were talking about this. Like, he said we should start taxing people because people already think they get taxed by it. And it's like, people, I get, having trouble with the post office. I totally understand. There's bad carriers out there. There's bad management. But like, at the end of the day, most people like the post office, but and they just, I also saw, so we get to fill up our gas tanks for the trucks. We have this card and we enter like our PIN numbers or whatever. And they're actually sending like some sort of tax, I think, on getting gas. I forgot who they're doing it to, but it's like a 10% tax because gas is so expensive right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's scaring me because they're giving all this money and we're like every year they're like -4 billion in debt each fiscal year, and now it's like we're at the highest it's ever been. I don't know what it's at right now, but it's gonna be like reaching 10 billion, I think. So you can give all this money, you take away from things that matter, like FEMA, get rid of that, appoint someone who think he got teleported from his car to a freaking Waffle House 50 miles away when he's actually just blackout drunk, and then you get rid of the oceanic service that protects us from climate change. They do a lot of good work with that, protecting coral reefs. Coral reefs are going to be gone. Without that, we're screwed. So like all these things you're taking away, you could be putting it to good stuff, and I really wish I would have paid more attention to Project 2025 because that was everything was outlined in there, and I should have
Yep.
paid more attention to it. I just didn't care. I really didn't know enough about it to look into it. But yeah, that was a lot to say. I don't know what I really ask you here now, but I don't know if you have anything to say about that specifically. But yeah.
Well, I just pulled up on my second monitor the U.S. military spending in Iran. We're at $31 billion, and
Oh wow.
it's just like it's the most depressing number in the world, and it's just we're spending all this money to kill children, and domestically we're destroying the things that make this country good, which is our services. Like USPS is like I'd assume the US feels pretty positively about it. Like I fuck with the USPS.
Well, thank
Um,
you.
like I mean, I always like going in there for my job, and it's the people are nice. And I
Yeah.
get my shit on time,
Hmm.
and it's just like it's so stupid. We pay all these taxes. Like I was talking to my mom about this the other day, and it's like, especially as a person in like middle class, which is a dumb term, but working class,
Right.
upper working class, is the people in this country who get taxed most proportionately is that chunk. The lowest hardly pay taxes because they don't make any money. The highest, they pay a lot of taxes, but proportionately it's literally fucking nothing.
Hmm.
And then you just get the middle, most people, and they just get fucked every day. And my mom was talking to me, it's something like 35% of her paycheck is just evaporates every time. And it's like it's so hard to watch her fucking go to work and then be like, yep, all that money I worked for is just gone. And then you look at the news and it's being spent to kill children.
Yeah.
And it's just I don't know. I don't mean to get so dark, but it's just it is.
No,
It's terrible.
it really is dark. That's the thing. You gotta wake these people up. It really is like we are facing the effects of it in real time. Like this is actually going on. Like we are truly. I can't say for any president, even in Trump's first term, I have never like. I didn't feel effects from it, so I'm like, I was okay. But this is now, this is like the first administration, maybe like with Biden too, of course. But COVID might have been like, I think COVID had a huge impact on the administration. So whoever was in that position at that point would have been
They would
screwed.
have been fucked.
Yeah.
100%.
So, but like I also didn't really agree with some of the stuff he was doing as well. But either
Genocide.
registration, this whole administration, I've been feeling the effects of it. I literally look up like every week to see, please don't build a data center next to me. Please don't build a data center next to me. Because if they do, if that happens, like there's no land over here that they could unless they like knock down an apartment building that's close by. But I don't think they would do that. But I mean, you never know.
Probably not.
But it scares me stuff like that. Also, before that, I want to point out Point Curation 1278. Thank you for the $2 of Canadian money. I appreciate it. I don't know what they call it. Is it just $2 or is
It's
there
the CAD.
the
Canadian
CAD?
dollar.
Okay. So that's what I thought, but I didn't know if it was like
I mean,
a
they just call
ruble.
it dollars,
Dollars. Okay. So okay.
but like I would say like CAD.
Yeah, okay. $2 in CAD. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Point Curation 1278. Thank you. And they said great channel. I appreciate it. But yeah, I do. AI is a huge thing I like to talk about with you. Like to get your opinion on it. What do you think about these data? I know you shared the More Perfect Union post. What was that? That could have been a couple days ago, or maybe it was today.
Yeah,
even. Yeah, but I love their videos. They actually were the ones to introduce me how terrible the data centers are when I started watching their videos last year. What's your opinion on that and just AI in general?
Well, here I'll read this More Perfect Union thing that you were referencing.
Oh, okay.
Breaking: Trump will appoint Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Ellison, and Jensen Huang to the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology. The council will weigh in on AI policy and other issues.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
But-
and they just had that lawsuit against Facebook and YouTube. Like, anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, AI, I mean, it's so clearly, like, in the US, in the West, it's being used. Like, the goal is to just replace humans. I don't think it's going to happen in the scales that they want it to happen, which will then lead to a bubble pop, a bubble bursting. And it's clear these people are just, all of these tech companies are just jerking each other off and saying, here's money. Here's money. I promise I'll give you AGI. I promise. You can't just sit here and circle jerk. At one point, they're going to something's going to happen and the speculation is going to, it's going to be in the shitter because there's nothing to speculate on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think AI can be an extreme good for the human race, and maybe that's a hot take. But I mean, if we used it to create less scarcity, I mean, how would that not be good, right?
Right. Yeah.
But replacing art, I mean, what makes you a human human? What makes humans human?
Yeah.
It's just it's terrifying. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like the end. But I don't think it's super, like, I don't think it's as bleak as like a World War III feels to me. Like AI, I think we could rein in it with good policy. With this war, like I can't even imagine an end to it. But I mean, under this administration, it's just going to get worse. We're going to build data centers wherever the fuck. We're going to pollute the water. We're going to pollute the air, and we're going to make super profits for for the Mag 7, and it's just the way it goes.
Unfortunately, that is how it goes. And that something you just said made me think of back to Venezuela. Oh yeah, because we were talking about the AI, and I was thinking of like AI creating, like helping create weapons and stuff, and military. But the thing, I don't know if you heard about this. You might have seen it, but back in 2016 or 2015, Obama and the whoever was running Cuba at the time actually got along, and they reconciled and tried to create a better relationship. But something right after that happened was these people who were like in a U.S. embassy or U.S. center in Cuba were staying. This weapon went off, and it only affected a certain amount of people, and it's called the Havana Syndrome, and where they're like, did you ever hear about this?
No, never.
Oh yeah, no, it's fucked up. These people were in the CIA. These people were like military people. They like whatever it was. It's like a microwave energy weapon, and it literally made these people feel like their head was gonna explode. And it went on for like minutes, and there was such a piercing pain in their heads. Like I can't fully explain it, but that where it came from. But once there was like a study on it, it found out it actually came, like the parts were from the Soviet Union, or the Soviets.
Really?
Yeah, and so that made
Hand-based
them
it.
think Russia was involved, which I definitely believe they did some fucked up shit. There's a lot of experiments, and the things they did to gain power is crazy, in a bad way. But yeah, it originated there, and so but the fucked up part is that U.S. has their hands on it, and they spent I think it was like they said 8 digits of dollars. So however many that is, millions, or like tens of millions, hundreds of millions.
Can't
I
remember.
can't think off the top of my head. Too many zeros. But
Yeah.
the Pentagon bought it, and that's what, I don't know if you saw, but in Venezuela there were reports of people experiencing
Yeah.
the same thing that these people were happening in Cuba 10 years ago. So the fact, I think they used it because it's very silent. You don't have to like use a bomb. You
Yeah.
just, I don't know how it works. I don't know if they press a button or what, but it's literally, I think it fits like in the size of a backpack or like a suitcase or whatever, the actual thing. But yeah, that's terrifying. And I think AI, it could be like, using that to make more of them, or to like get more ideas and to create. So I think we're gonna have many of the weapons, many of the Havana Syndrome weapon. But yeah, after this,
Maybe.
dude, I would look up Havana Syndrome.
Yeah.
You'll be
I just
scared
looked
as
it up.
shit.
I was just skimming the Wikipedia, and yeah, like there was reports in like Hanoi, Vietnam. Like
Oh,
what?
Vietnam too. Yeah, that's
In the DC area? Okay, yeah, this is crazy. I'm gonna look into that. But yeah, that's why I did see the speculation that they used some like energy weapon in Venezuela. I didn't know it correlated with that, but that's
I'm not
wild.
for 100% certain, but that's just
Yeah,
my opinion because it's very similar. Because I know that in France or something a few years ago that something similar happened. But either way, a microwave energy weapon is terrifying, and I
yeah.
feel like any protests, like especially the No Kings ones that are going to be coming up here soon, like if they get big enough and bad enough, they might deploy that shit.
Start
And
fucking booming us.
yeah, and it won't like it'd be so quick and easy. That's how because they said in
Yeah,
Venezuela that there's no cat. I think a few people died in Venezuela. Do you remember? I can't remember, but
I
um,
think I think a few died. I think it was like just some of the like officials.
which is like low for something like that. Which I think the like if abducting the guy Maduro, yeah, that's his name. Abducting him, like if we actually did that and did it for good, I think that would have been a not a bad thing to do. But the fact is that people supported that because they thought there was good intentions behind it, but it was
Yeah,
literally
there's never
because no,
evidence.
yeah, it's sad. But yeah, I don't know where I'm headed now. That was I kind of just going. I like to
No, you're
get
good.
this
It's
stuff
interesting.
out, yeah, because there's only really one person I could talk to about this who doesn't immediately roll their eyes at me. So,
Yeah. No, I get you, bro.
uh, um,
Um,
let's
yeah.
see.
I mean, it's wild.
Yeah, anything you
Also,
want to
it's
say?
if that did come from the Soviet Union, what the dude? In 60 years or what? They existed for 70 years and they just created shit that the US had never even like considered. Like how the fuck did they do that?
Soviets were
And then they
crazy,
gave it to
man.
Cuba?
Uh,
Dude, they
well,
they did some wild shit. Do you know about like Venus? Like all of our research from Venus was done during the Soviet Union in like the 40s to the 60s.
like the actual
And then we
planet
just
Venus, or is there like
yeah,
a?
yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like a secret group called Venus or something.
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I just watched a video on it and like they did this like crazy genius shit to get pictures of it and figure out the temperature. And like pretty much all we know about Venus came from the Soviet Union. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
These
they're.
scientists were like very, very sophisticated, and
Hmm.
we've never even touched it. It's crazy
Yeah,
for how
they're
successful we are.
right.
It's kind of upsetting too. It's like we have all these resources. And it's like the Soviet Union was literally getting like they lost 20 million or 13 million in World War II and they were still able to do this shit. Whatever. We don't gotta talk about that. But
No, you're good. Whatever you want to say, man. I went on a long time, so it's your turn to go for
uh
a long time.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
um,
I don't know what else to talk about, but you have any more questions about my channels and shit?
oh, sure. What's did we already say that? But what's been your favorite like part of doing it? Like,
No, I don't think I said that.
you said the DMs were nice to get that, but like anything
Yeah.
else other than that that you really enjoy from doing this?
Dude, it's really cool. Like with people like you, we're just like people that I've like watched on YouTube of your content, and I'm just like, what? I didn't even know who you are. Like, do you know about basketball at all?
Yes, I do. I like sports. I consume it sparingly now, though.
Do you know the? You probably don't know this person. Do you know the YouTuber Devonte Friga?
Devontae. No, but I do watch basketball YouTubers a lot.
Well, he's like slightly more niche, but I
I'm about
watch
to
his
look
videos
him
all
up.
the time, and like he like DM'd me and followed me one day, and it was crazy. And then like you, my girlfriend really likes your videos. I like them too,
Oh,
but
really?
she was more like psyched about it. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
that's
Um,
that's awesome. Shout out your girlfriend. I
yeah, yeah,
appreciate
shouts.
it.
Yeah,
Okay, I
dude.
just looked him up. Devonte Friga. Okay. I'll have to watch his videos. I've never seen this guy
He
before.
makes great shit.
Yeah, I enjoy watching basketball. I like what's the guy? Jimmy High Roller. He's a classic. He's
Yeah, I
awesome.
like that guy.
He makes really good videos. B-ball breakdown. I
I don't
like
think I've seen him.
yeah, he's like the very technical guy. He like examines the
Yeah.
plays and stuff.
Wait, no, I have seen his videos. I have.
Yeah,
He makes good shit.
yeah. I'm trying
I
to
love
think.
some basketball, man.
Yeah, there's a sad thing though, because there's a AI basketball channel, and the thing is, it makes good content.
Is it GOAT?
Dude, no, not goat. I actually like him though. Is he I don't. He's not AI, is he?
I couldn't figure out that. I've had suspicions, so I thought maybe you were talking about him.
No, I wasn't talking about him, but I do know him. I was watching him before, but yeah, I liked him. I don't think he is, but it's a guy. Now this is the template AI likes to use a lot, but there are some like actual creators that still use it. They'll use like the white background, and it'll say like the title will be like theories the NBA couldn't hide or something. And
Those are oh no.
yeah, it'll
I
go
watched those. I
B-ball
watched those.
B-ball explained, I think, is the name of
Oh
it.
fuck! I watched that guy. I
Yeah.
watched it.
Yes, he has this is a stick figure with the basketball.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's AI, or it's a well, it's probably a dude running it, but he put in the
I
prompts
assume does he edit? I assume he edits. Right?
a little bit, yeah. But you could tell,
Okay,
like, I noticed it
good to
once I
see.
was. What were you saying?
No, sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you, but
Oh no,
it's
you're
just
good.
good to see his channel's kind of doing shit.
He's got 107,000 though. That's a lot. Now,
Yeah, I guess he just spams.
yeah,
That's the
he does post a lot every day, actually. Wow.
wow.
That's the thing with these AI channels, man. It's pissing me off because I actually, I work hard to get these videos out, but all they got to do is enter a freaking prompt and and I'm
Yeah,
sure they have AI editing it too, honestly, at this point. I mean, why not? And it's
yeah.
so easy for them to do it. But yeah, I noticed the time when he was like saying a word and it was like horribly mispronounced, and then there was
Mhm.
like a thing where the sentences didn't connect properly,
Yeah,
especially me like narrating stories and stuff. I know
yeah.
how to contain sentences, but it went on
Mhm.
and on and on, and it's just like, and there's plenty more stuff that gave me suspicions, but some guy made a video also saying he's AI too, or at least suspected it, and that just confirmed it for me. But yeah, that's sad because he has some good ideas for sure. For
Mhm.
sure. um
I will say what's a little positive about this is that these like purely AI channels seem to only get like a few bangers every once in a while. Like a lot of people start to catch on. I feel like, but maybe
yeah,
not. Maybe not.
sometimes some people wake up, but then it's like a huge horde of others come on who don't know, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's sad. But I guess we'll end it here soon. I guess I'll ask like
Yeah,
one or
yeah,
two
we're
more
good.
questions. Let's see here. What
It's
can
fine.
I ask? I should have prepared myself,
Hit
but
me. No, you're good, bro. We're just talking.
yeah.
I'm just a dude on the internet. We're good.
um, what? Let's see here. What is something you wanna bring in to your comedic routine, like besides like I know you do other stuff, but the Trump stuff is like huge. Oh, we got to hear you do Trump
Yeah.
first. Okay, I gotta ask you a
You gotta give
question,
me
man.
something to say. You gotta give me
Yeah.
something to say.
What?
I'm gonna
Okay.
get nervous.
So Trump, when are these gas prices gonna go down?
Never. It'll never do it. Horrible idea. The worst idea I've ever heard.
But you have the best ideas though, right?
Yes, I do. The greatest ideas of any man, aside from Bibi Netanyahu. We love that guy.
So that's what I like about your Trump person. You got it like that. Like that's exactly what he would say. Like he doesn't just like speak normally. He has like
No,
he
it's so
says
weird.
he'll say like things that you'll say to yourself in your mind, and he'll
Yep.
just say it out loud. It's so there is this funny. Do you know Colin Coward?
Oh yeah, yeah.
On FS1.
Smart guy.
Dude, there's such a funny interview where he's talking to Trump, and this is like in his first campaign or something, and he was
Yeah.
talking about playing golf, and Tom Brady's like, I love Tom Brady, I play golf.
Yeah, I love
He's
it.
saying that, and he's like, I play golf with Tom, and then he continues talking about Tom Brady, like inserting his big ass ego, saying he plays with Tom Brady, like he had to
Yeah,
make that known. That shit was so funny, dude. That but it's sad too because he uses
such a
that.
caricature.
Dude, that's the best thing he has brought this country is his comedy. Because when he was on The Apprentice, I used to watch that. My mom would watch it. I really enjoyed that show as a kid, and that was a good show. But knowing all this shit about him, I would never have
Yeah,
watched it before.
it's a
But
creep.
yeah, he really is.
Even then, he was saying crazy shit
He was
on what Howard Stern,
Howard
dude.
Stern. Yeah.
It's fucking wild. But yeah, I mean, Trump is just like I don't even know how to like explain it because I've just watched a ton of Trump, and that's why I started doing it.
Yeah.
I thought he was funny, obviously, but like, it's just you can't write the stuff that he says. Like, it's just shit you have to like make up, and like when you write it, it sounds written, but like you have to just fucking wing it because Trump never thinks about what he's gonna say. Like, he's just like, remember the Pearl Harbor thing?
Oh my
You know a
god.
lot about surprises. You should have told me about Pearl Harbor. Why didn't you? Why didn't you do that? Japan.
Oh man, that shocked even me when he said that. Like he
Dude.
says the craziest shit, but dude, and he has a good relationship with Japan. Like before the
I
whole
know.
meeting, dude, she literally
Yeah.
came up to him and gave him a hug. And in Japan
Yeah.
culture, like you don't do that. So that's crazy. He probably tainted the relationship now because of his stupid shit like that.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Well, they probably still like.
what's her name? Sane Takeuchi? I can't remember. But she's like extreme nationalist. Like, she's scary.
Oh, okay. I had no idea.
But like, people in Japan overwhelmingly disapprove of the war in Iran, and they were like calling on Sane, the prime minister, to like say something about it. Talk to Trump, and she was literally like, "Well, I'm about to go talk to Trump. I'm not going to say something bad about him." She literally just said that.
Oh
And
gosh, I had no
it's
idea.
like she clearly. I mean, Japan's a tool of the West. We know this, and Japan holds a lot of our debt, and they basically just get screwed for it. But whatever, that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
The leadership in Japan basically has no say. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just trying to play the game, and I guess we'll see how it plays out. I guess we'll see.
I guess so.
I don't know.
Someone called you clavicular in the chat. Probably because you are in a wife beater and you have muscles.
Let's just say wife lover, okay?
Wife lover, yeah. That word shouldn't be used, but yeah, no, that's what
No,
it's
you're
been
good.
called my whole life. So yeah.
No, I was just joking. I called
No,
it.
it's kind of a scary word how normalized that term is for
Yeah.
because
You think
yeah.
of all the things we say that are just like inherently misogynistic, and like, not to sound like an ultra wokey,
Right,
or
right.
whatever,
Because I don't want
but
people
like,
thinking
it's
we
true.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want that. But like, it's just like even like the word bitch. Like, I mean, I say it.
So
but
do
like,
I.
I kind of think about it, and I'm like, wait, it's kind of fucked up.
Maybe
isn't
I
it?
shouldn't say
Or like
that.
calling somebody a pussy. Like you're weak because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
I always kind of feel
Prominent word and
so
it's
normal.
powerful. Just like the word
Yeah, and it's
retarded.
powerful.
Like
that word. That one's been coming back for me, and I need to stop. I
Dude.
only say it when someone's really dumb, like Trump. But I should probably stop saying that word.
Yeah, I've been using it way too much recently, but the one where you said the Democrats are retarded, that one,
The Democrats.
that was one of my favorite ones. Me and my friend, the one who works at the post office, we quote that a lot at work. It's so funny.
Another one where I'm like, sorry, one more.
Oh no, you're good.
One more I go, wait. You know, you're really gay.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, stuff like that, man. That's this peak comedy right there. You got to do something like that next time. Just
when I think of those, is when I'm like, okay, this is fun. It's just like it's so ridiculous. Like he wouldn't say that, but like it's funny to think about it.
Yeah, and the thing is with those words, what was that?
Mm-hmm. Well, at this point, it's just so hard because he says like everything. But yeah, keep going.
With those words, like they're so powerful, and you know, usually only the bad words were owned by the right wingers who use it, and they'd say retarded and stuff like that. But now we can say it, and we can use it against them. Oh God, what are they going to call us now? But
gonna raise the bar.
Well, yeah, create a whole new word. So okay. I appreciate you coming on, man. We had a great discussion. Love talking to you. That was very, very fun. Come on. We plan it for another time again, eventually in the future, for sure.
Definitely down. That was cool, bro. I appreciate you reaching out like a lot. I haven't done anything like this. This was a good time.
Yeah, no problem. And shout out again your girlfriend. That's cool that she watches.
Shout out my girlfriend. Shout out all the fans.
Yes. Is there anybody else specific you want to shout out before you go?
Shout out GTM, bro. He was in the chat earlier. Shout out GTM.
Hey, there you go.
Right. I'll see you, bro. Have a great rest of your night.
All right, you too, man.
I'll see you around.
Yep.
Yeah. Later. Bye, chat.
All right, guys. That was Trey Borden, future star of the Michael Jackson biopic. No, I overused that joke. But anyways, so yeah, that was a lot of fun. I don't like to get political, especially on the main channel, but it's come to a point where I feel like with my platform, I have to say something. You know, I have to say something, and it's very important to me. Whether you agree or disagree, whether you're a Trump supporter or not, it doesn't affect me in a way like, oh, it makes me upset that you support this person, or like you should never do that because you are a human. You know, I enjoyed Trump before. I liked him back, at least in his first campaign, but I grew to not like him after learning so much about him. Like the things I put past, you know, I would ignore. But you know, we have to come to a realization that whoever's in power, it should not be a billionaire. It really, that at the end of the day, it should not be a billionaire, because billionaires are connected to the elite. They are elite, and honestly, let's not call them elite anymore, because that'll just boost their freaking egos. Let's call them the disgustings. They all partner with the disgustings. And yeah, well, people got to come to that realization, and there's no saving grace here. You know, Trump is not a savior from Jesus. That is a huge sin to idolize someone like that. And people will say like, oh, I don't idolize him. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You definitely do. Because he has a lot of charisma. He's a very funny guy. He knows how to control a room. He doesn't know how to read one, but he knows how to control one and make people laugh. And that's what people want. You know, people want to laugh in this country. They want to make sure everything is just fine and dandy. So he'll say the right things, and then he'll do the complete opposite of what he's actually talking about. And people have to come to this realization that this is happening, whether you support him or not. That is what's going on. And whether there's Kamala was in office, if Gavin Newsom, God forbid, runs in 2028, which it looks like that's the case, we're screwed. We are screwed. So yeah, you got to watch out for these things, man. It's unfortunate. But yeah, How many people are in here? Honestly, I'm probably gonna end it soon. It's 10 o'clock. I'm going to Pennsylvania tomorrow. Shout out Pennsylvania. We love Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a great country. But yeah, Pennsylvania is cool. I love it. They actually do not tax on clothes, like necessities and stuff. So that's kind of cool. But they also overcharge for crazy. Like we think gas is expensive here in Ohio. It just went up to like $3.99, $3.89 the other day, and it's been staying there. But Canada is worse. I can't imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow when I go there. Did I say Canada? I saw your chat move to Canada, big bro, and I meant to say Pennsylvania. Unless I did say Pennsylvania, I don't know. I can't go back well, I guess I can go on the live, but at this point, you know what I'm trying to say. Pennsylvania, great, but they charge a lot. But yeah, moving to Canada, I've been thinking about it, but there's actually one country I actually really want to move to, and that is Ireland. Ireland and Portugal was first on my list because it's easier access to get over there. They are number one in. Oh no! Don't apologize, dude. That was my fault. That happens. I mean, when I read something, I'm talking about something. I'll just insert words that that I'm reading because you can't multitask. You literally cannot. Well, I'm not saying you in general. Well. Yes, you, but like us in general, like we can't multitask as a human being. We think we can. We try to do, and sometimes you can do it, but you're very unsuccessful at it. Like you can't physically do two things at once, or mentally, or emotionally, or whatever. But yeah, Portugal. Fun fact, at least from what I last saw, it could be changed now. They were either number one or like at least top three in countries that have like little ultra processed foods, which is really good. And that's one thing Gavin Newsom did that is something I liked, was he like banned ultra processed food or something, or he did something. He made it a law to limit it. But that's like literally the only good thing he's ever done, because it's a shit show there in California. Everything is so expensive. There's a constant threat of the San Andreas fault. But yeah. Yeah, welcome in Dookie Shoes 5415. Oh my gosh, dude, I love your channel. Can't believe you're streaming. I can't believe it either. We love to stream. Streaming is so much fun. But yeah, we just we interviewed Trey Borden, Bordo Trey. Go check him out on Instagram. I might insert his TikTok in here. Like I said in the beginning, if you guys weren't here, I don't use TikTok. Very, very, very limited use of TikTok. So, but I'm gonna probably put it in the description so you guys can go check him out. But he's a very funny guy. The impersonations of Trump are just some of the funniest shit ever. So yeah, he's great. He's very nice to talk to. We got very similar viewpoints on things, different perspectives, but similar viewpoints. It's very fun to talk about that. And what's going on, like I said, because as a YouTube channel on here, no one should really get political, but at this point it is not political. It's come to like just straight up human rights. So that's why it means a lot to me to talk about this stuff. It's no longer about Republican or Democrat, and it never has been. But when people will cling to that idea, I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I'm not even a centrist. I don't belong to anything, because I just agree with what someone says. If I agree with it, I'm not gonna like if a Republican says something I agree with, I'll agree with them. I'll support it. But if they say something I don't agree with, I'm not gonna agree with it. And just because they're Republican doesn't mean I'm like automatically assume they're evil or they're saying the wrong thing. And that's the problem with these people. Like, and it's on both sides. The hypocrisy of the left and right. They both do this and they call each other out for it. It's like, oh, you just don't like Democrats. Oh, you just don't like Republicans. No, like. You can't be doing that. You can't be be, going off of the fact that these people have political parties, and they're going off of that. Like, you cannot do that. That is not healthy as a society. Elon Musk, his intentions are terrible, but I will quote him. He said that we should get rid of the two-party system. I've been saying that for years, but his reasoning is going to be a lot worse than, he didn't say what he wanted to do because of that, but I just know everything has bad intentions with him, because he asked Epstein if there was going to be any parties going on. What the fuck? What kind of parties do you think you're going to be going to, Elon? You are a horrible person. So, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Any billionaires suck. But yeah, how do I feel about Trump? I think he's a funny guy. I think he's got a lot of charisma. I don't agree with anything he does. I kind of like just the things that are happening in this country. I fully do not support. But like I said before, we need to come together as a nation, because this shit like is gonna it's affecting us currently, what's going on. So like, whether you're MAGA, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a centrist, whether you're whatever, like, we need to come to common ideas that Jesus has taught us. Jesus taught us about love. Love is a good thing. Okay, we need to love each other. We there's so much hate in this world, and these people that misconstrue the word of the freaking oops, I almost said the bad thing like that, but I did not mean to say that. The word of the Lord. I'm just so like angry about what people like spin what Jesus said and what God has given us. It's unfortunate, because it makes people atheist. It makes not like fully atheist, like people who just clearly cannot see that there could be a God. I'm talking about those specific people, because there's explanations you can come up with, like the Big Bang Theory, of course, yes, but what created the Big Bang Theory? Like, you're running out of options here. Like, there's only so much you can explain by science. That's what I loved about Isaac Bentov. Very smart man. He used spirituality to influence his science, and he was one of the smartest mans ever. Yes, agnostic. Agnostic is something I used to be. And Trey Borden, he said he's agnostic, which is, I think, is what everybody should be who isn't part of a religion, because you can't fully, commit to something, because I can't fully, commit to it. I can't fully explain it to you. I can't, well, yes, I can. Well, not fully, but I can't convince somebody fully. That's what I'm trying to say. It's the amount of faith you have. That's really what you go off of. I personally believe in the Christian God. I mean, clearly from what I'm saying. But, if you don't, that's totally fine. But people who do believe in God, that are Christian nationalists, they are tearing down the word of the Lord, and it is truly sickening. There's a pastor who, whether you like James Tallarico or not, whatever, he said he wanted him to die or something, and he's the pastor for Pete Hegseth. Like, what? And people got all pissed because Tallarico has said some stuff that sounds wrong. He's like kind of like Kanye when it comes to religion. Like, he has the right idea, he's just not saying it right to people. I know exactly what he's saying. He said some really good stuff about God, but he said God or Jesus is, I think God, he said God is non-binary, which people see that as like, oh, you're saying God is trans, you're going to go to hell. Like, that's not what he's trying to say. Like, he's like, because we see God, we can't gender God, we call him a he. Like, that's how I say, like, he, God is the ultimate being, but he, like, see, I call it right there. I'm just going to say he, like, Jesus was a guy. He was a dude. Like that's what we can go off of. There's proof of Jesus living. He but God is an ultimate divine entity, and I don't think you could put a label of male or female on that entity. But you also want to give him that you also don't want to like not label him, because see, I said it right there. It's just so easy to call him, but you also like, it'd be weird to call him a she, like God as she. Like it's more like normal to call God a man instead of a woman, like that. If you guys are seeing what I'm trying to say here, but like you can't, like, because God is the ultimate divine power. Like that's not something you can, like a human, an animal. We are animals. Partially. But all these animals, like there's genders to them. There's males and females, and there's humans, males, females, and plenty of others. But we mostly people go off of male and female. But that's because we are animals. We are humans. We are not a divine power like God is. So like, we don't know what God looks like. We have an image in our head. He's a guy with white hair, with a beard. Like, how do you know God looks like that? You just don't. That's what people go off. We know what Jesus. Well, I can't say we know what Jesus looks like, but the paintings and stuff of people describe him like he's more of a Middle Eastern skin tone, like darker. He's got long brown hair, a beard. Like, yes, we can go off of that. Jesus Christ, the man Jesus Christ, but God. And God knows this. I pray to him every day, multiple times, honestly. See, I call him again. I'm just gonna stop pointing out the fact that I'm contradicting myself right here, because I'm just trying to prove a point with me contradicting myself. But yeah, no, I pray to God, so he knows what I'm trying to say, and I hope you guys are trying to understand what I'm trying, at least a little bit understanding of what I'm trying to say. But yeah, people who fully believe that he doesn't exist, that there's no God, is just crazy to me. Like, being agnostic makes a lot of sense, because you don't believe in God, but you're open to the possibility of it being true, which is what I feel like if you're not religious, that's what you should be, because you cannot fully prove. But like I said, you can only go on faith. And some evidence there are, well, not just some, there's a lot of evidence of Christianity and things happening going on, but you gotta look at all the other religions, like Muhammad. What's the Buddhist guy? Forgot his name. But yeah, so there's a lot of going on. But I truly believe that there is an ultimate divine entity, and I do think Christianity is the right one. I fully believe that. But I'm not gonna. Is it just Buddha? I thought it was something else, because I could have just said that, but I was thinking there's another thing. Maybe I'm thinking of Hinduism. That's probably what it is. Whoever that person is, and then you got to think about Judaism. There's a lot of religions going on. Like I said before in the interview, I'm a non-denominational Christian. I don't belong to any branch of Christianity, but I believe in Christianity. And I grew up Catholic. Went to Catholic church, but I just don't feel right in there. Like, it just feels wrong. They're strict, and the things the Catholic priests have done to children in some churches is just truly sickening. I do think, though, we have a good pope right now. The pope is really cool. And I went to Bible study this past Monday, and that was a lot of fun. I went with my best friend. He asked me if I wanted to come. I'm like, you know what? I haven't been ever, my chance to go, and it was a lot of fun giving our opinions on the Bible and what they say. But yeah, but I don't try to force feed someone. I have my opinions on what it is, and even though I'm talking a lot about the Bible and religion and Christianity, I'm not forcing it upon you. I'm not saying my word has more meaning, is more true over your word. Like, that's just not the case, because we all have views and opinions. and that's the right, and that goes back to supporting politicians. Like, we all have our opinion, we all have our reasonings for supporting certain person, but I think there's a lot of the MAGA folk that just support Trump because he's charismatic and he says the right things, but they don't look deeper into it, and they get force fed just terrible misinformation from Fox News. You don't really realize how bad of a station Fox News is until you look into it. Like, they are literally not even listed as a news source. They are listed as entertainment. You're called Fox News and you're entertainment. So the Onion News Network is entertainment. You could literally, they're not far off. And it's funny because the Onion, it's probably hard for them to release content now, because everything in the real news is so messed up that, like, anything, like, how can you think of something even more messed up than what's going on in the real world? That's what someone says something like that in the comments, and that really resonated with me. The Onion is really funny. I don't agree with some of the things they post, especially about religion and stuff. Like, I don't think being blasphemous is something I don't think anybody should do. I think that's like the biggest sin, so I fully do not support that. But claiming the absurdity of these certain branches of Christian, like Christian nationalism or the Westboro Baptist Church, Jehovah's Witness, Mormons, like, yes, I criticize those people because they are fully into a different world. I think that's way too far. But yeah, just, I don't know. I'm going on for a long time now. I've also been watching Whitest Kids U Know a lot recently. Man, I grew up with that. Well, not grew up with it, but like in high school. Oh my gosh, that was already 9 years ago when I watched it first time. Holy crap, dude, I'm getting old. I'm 26 and I feel like I'm going on like 160. The post office is probably wearing me down. I've been standing up this whole time too. I'm gonna sit down. But yeah, if you guys have never watched Whitest Kids U Know, please check it out. A great show. Trevor Moore, no pun intended, or pun intended now since I'm doing it. Trevor Moore is a mastermind. I don't want to call him a genius. I don't want to call anybody a genius. I don't even think Albert Einstein wanted to be called a genius. But I think he truly was a mastermind, and I think his death was definitely staged, or stage faked. I don't know how to say it, but he had so many conspiracy theories going on, and a lot of the stuff that he said ended up being true. But back then, like, you just scoff at it like, oh, that can't happen. But now you look at it, and he was speaking a lot of truths. And there's so many clips, like, but new fans of Trevor kind of don't understand what WKUK was like. And this pisses me off. I've been seeing a couple people comment that Zach Kreger sold his soul to make movies, Barbarian and Weapons. That is respect on Zach Kreger. They were best friends. He literally, Zach Kreger wrote Weapons because of the grief he was going through for losing Trevor. Those group of 5 individuals were so close, and they still talk, of course. They're all Darren Trumeter, Sam Brown, Timmy Williams, Zach Kreger, and Trevor Moore. They're all very close, and even after his death, they talk. They're good friends. But the fact these people who don't, this is the problem. Some conspiracy theories go way too far. I do not believe that for a second, because he already was in the industry. He already made a movie, and now nobody liked Miss March. It's a personal guilt trip for me. I enjoy it because I just love the Whitest Kids You Know, and I think Trevor and Zach are hilarious. All of them are hilarious. But dude, he created Barbarian, and that was an okay movie. I thought it was good, but I didn't think there was something missing from it. I think the ending was really what made me not like it as much. I mean, I liked it, but like, I didn't like lesser liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it released it from its full potential. But Weapons, I thought Weapons was fantastic. But just because the movie's good and it blew up and now it won a freaking Oscar, shout out Amy Madigan. She did great as Aunt Gladys. I'm not going to spoil nothing, but Weapons was great. She was fantastic in it, and Zach Kreger was throwing so many Easter eggs in there from the Whitest Kids You Know. It was great. The hot dog one, that was awesome. But anyways, people who are saying that he sold his soul to get famous to make weapons, like, dude, are you actually that stupid to think that's the problem with these new Trevor Moore fans? They think everything has a deeper meaning to it, and even his friends hated him, like, and would sell their soul to make movies. In no way would Zach Kreger ever do that. Now, I can never be 100% sure, because you just never know. There's always that 0.000% chance. So I am 99.99999% sure that he didn't do that. And the fact that these people are even bringing it up, the fact it is disgusting, and it goes to show you are a new fan and you have never watched The Whitest Kids You Know, or maybe you watched part of it, but like, I am a huge fan. Every year I go on a WKUK freaking binge watch, and I've seen all the sketches like 50 billion times at this point. My friend, who I work with at the post office, my best friend, got me the full collection because now they have it all censored on YouTube with the Whitest Kids You Know channel. But yeah, it's truly disrespectful to say something like this. So if you think that he sold his soul, barbarian, and weapons, you're out of your fucking mind, because that is just such. I literally want to punch these people in the face who say that shit, because they don't know how their relationship was. They were literally brothers, pretty much. They co-founded WKUK together. They did everything together. They would be devastated. You would never do that to, like, that. That's like saying, I hope everyone has at least a best friend in this chat. I would hope so. If not, this doesn't count towards you. Or maybe, or I guess someone else, like maybe your mom or someone in your family. But like a best friend, I'm sure everyone has a best friend here. I don't have many friends. I have, like, I don't even know. I can count them on one hand. But I really only fully trust one friend, and he's my best friend, the one who gave me the WKUK DVDs for Christmas. If you were to tell me that I can make movies, I can, and it would be good, it would be nominated for an Oscar, many Oscars, but you'd have to kill my best friend. Like, no fucking way am I doing that. I like, that is just completely absurd to even think about that. What's your favorite sketch? Oh, that's a tough one. There's so many good ones. The PCP one always comes up on mine. The classroom skit is really, really great, where they have to do the blue screen of at the end of Trevor and that black guy dapping it up. Dude, that is one of the best jokes of all time. That shit had me dying laughing the first time I saw that. And still, the yellow mustarded one was funny. They're all really funny. I mean, there's some that I don't like, but most of all, I like most of them. And there's ones that I gain and I like even more, because living in this society with all the knowledge that we have now, like, it makes a lot more sense. And the one where they have the time machine, there's a couple where they have the time machine, but this one specifically, where he goes up to Sam and they want to stop 9/11 from happening. But before he does that, there's a cut to Sam reading the Warren Report. I think he's reading it upside down too. But the Warren Report is the documents on the JFK assassination. So the fact that they included that, you got to look deeper into these things. Like, if I didn't bother to look that up, I wouldn't even have known what the Warren Report was. Like, I don't claim to know everything, but I like to obtain knowledge. I like to obtain as much as I can, because I think it's important, because when you talk, you got to be able to back up your stuff. You got to know what you're talking about. If you're just spewing nonsense, no one's gonna fucking believe you. And I'm not saying everything I'm saying is true. I'm just talking about the things I'm fully passionate about, and I'm passionate about a lot of stuff, but things like that. And I don't have autism. I got tested, and I don't have autism. A lot of people like to say I did. I even believed it myself, but I don't. But yeah, just seeing the Warren, I'm like, why? What book is he reading? report? What is this? And I looked it up, and it's about the JFK assassination. And there's a lot of sketches referencing that. There's a whole sketch just based on the JFK assassination, and Trevor thinks Lyndon B. Johnson was the cause of it. And I truly believe he thinks that because he mentioned that many times in the sketches, and he said it, outside of the sketches too. So I don't know if it was Lyndon Johnson who did it, who planned, not like actually shot him, of course, but I think it was definitely someone that was forced to do it. No, maybe not forced, but like was appointed to do it by a higher government entity. I don't know if it had to do with the CIA or just Lyndon B. Johnson, or Lyndon B. Johnson was part of the CIA. I have no idea, honestly. But yeah, that's the thing with Trevor Moore. He was just ahead of his time. He was really ahead of his time. Learning is fun. Yes. Am I late? Kinda, because I'm about to end it pretty soon, and you missed the whole interview with internet comedian Trey Borden. It was a great interview. After this, you can rewatch it, but yeah, going back to WKUK, the sketches, there's so many good ones, man. I don't know. I really, really love them, though. I need to fully watch the Civil War on Drugs. Like, I've seen most of it. But usually I skip them because I want to I want to actually watch the full thing in total. So I actually just consume part of it, and then I'm like, you know what? No, I can't, because I want to watch the full thing in order. Because it's hard when you're in the season 5. They do this whole thing. You're welcome. You can still stay on. But in season 5, they'll do sketches for 13 minutes, and then it'll go to Civil War on Drugs, and it's just man, because I wanted to see full sketches. I really wish they would have made the Civil War on Drugs, but they also would have made full episodes with full sketches in them, and not just the Civil War on Drugs. Because it just you watch each episode and you get these sketches, and then it goes to the Civil War on Drugs at the end of all the episodes for 8 minutes or so, I'd say. But yeah, so I just wish they did full sketches and then made it separately on the other end instead of putting it in the actual season 5 episodes. That's my only gripe with it. And there, like I said, there's a few sketches I'm not particularly fond of that don't make me laugh, but there are way more that make me laugh than not. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I have so many sketches in my head that I can list you, but I don't know if they're my favorite ones. Like the Gallon of PCP one, that one always comes up. I'm just gonna search WKUK top sketches. Let's see what they have to say about it. Oh, let's go to the Reddit. The votes are in. View the top 64 sketches. Okay. GRAPIST is number 1. That's crazy. The Lincoln one is number 2. Gallon of PCP 3. Opus number 4. What I was really interested to see what were the worst sketches would end up being. Again, most of them weren't surprises. The bottom 10 were String Pool, Runway, Mr. T Gets Cancer, White Castle, One of You Is, Epilepsy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Epilepsy Test. I think that one is not good. It's funny for the first time, but after that, it gets annoying. And also, I'm not a big fan of the alcoholic one where the drunk dad forgot the kid's birthday. Trevor plays him. So I'm not a big fan because he just talks way too long in that one. Falling Ladies. Yeah, that one. I like that one. I just want to say that I'm disappointed in all of you for allowing Timmy Poops His Pants to drop to a 15 seed. Wait, the rating results. Here we go. Oh, okay, so they actually came up with it. Baked Beans, Happier with Your Mouth Open. That is a really, really good one. Sniper Business, I think that's the one with JFK. Hot Dog Timmy, one of the best ones. Sex Robots, a classic. Classroom, that's the one I was talking about where he had the green screen with the black guy because they didn't want to. He didn't want to be close to him. It's so funny. It's not racist because it is making fun of racism. That's the thing I don't understand when people think something is racist, like The Sopranos. Yeah, they're racist. That's the point. like they're acting to show that these people are fucking evil. And then the same with the WKUK. They're playing characters who are racist, who act racist, because that's just how the character is. That doesn't mean they believe in that. Like, not at all. These people were actually very anti-racist. But you gotta laugh at it because you're making fun of the people who actually are racist. And it's funny to make fun of them. Pussy Salad. Oh my gosh, I want to rewatch that one. I totally, like, I've been watching so many WKUK sketches. Pussy Salad was always one of my favorites. This salad tastes like pussy. No, man, you gotta try it. You know what? This does taste like pussy. And then they got, I don't want to spoil it, but it's so funny if you haven't seen it, but I kind of want to spoil it. At the end, that whole, the guy, Trevor Moore and Zach Kreger, Trevor Moore plays the husband, Zach Kreger plays the wife, and they would do this a lot. They would dress up in drag. It was really, really funny that they'd play women all the time. And Darren Truman it was like the most beautiful woman man ever. And then their son was played by Timmy Williams. And then they had his coworkers in the show, or in that skit. Sam Brown and Darren Trumater, they were both his coworkers. They had him come in this plan to see if their son was eating pussy. So they came up with this whole thing where the salad, they would say the salad tasted like pussy from the other table. And they're talking really loud, so they're trying to make Trevor more notice, but this is part of his plan, of course. And he's like, I highly doubt that. And he tries it, and he's like, this salad does taste like pussy. And then the Zach Kreger, the wife, is like, Harold, or whatever his name was. He's like, no, seriously, you gotta taste this. And then he's Zach Kreger in a woman dress is like, it really does, or something like that. And then Timmy tries it. The kid, their kid that he plays, he's like, this doesn't taste like pussy. and then Trevor Moore's like, I knew it. That's it. You are grounded. And then he's like, oh my gosh. Oh, it is so funny. Dude, you gotta watch it. It's so funny. Just that's the thing with these sketches. They're so funny. The absurdity of them, like how crazy some of them are. They're just so funny. That's something I want to do. I want to do my own comedy skit show because I have so many ideas. I have been writing them down actually recently. So I have a few. I actually explain them to you if you guys want. It's just like 4 right now that I have, but there's so many that come to my head and my ideas. Here we go. Comedy sketch ideas, mafia parody. I would basically just like have people be mafia and they just use like mafia terms and Sopranos, Goodfellas, stuff like that. Godfather, be like, hey, gabago, I'm walking here. I'm walking here isn't mafia, but it's intertwined with it. People use that as a mafia term. So maybe I actually wouldn't use that, but yeah, no, it'd be just like very exaggerated mafia shit. Like it would just be funny. This was an idea I thought of over 10 years ago, probably like 12 years ago at this point. My cousin cut down a tree and it landed on a Best Buy. It's just like, those are the things, like the absurdity of that. Like, just imagine your cousin, like he doesn't even work for a tree cutting service. He's just cutting down a tree and it landed on a Best Buy. They got to file a lawsuit or whatever. Like that, I don't know. It can go deeper than that, but that's just the vague thing about it. And then I thought of this one the other day. A guy claims he can turn the sky green, but another guy says it's blue. So he rips out the guy's eyes and wears them and sees that he was lying, and the guy was just a perpetual liar. So the guy got killed because he didn't say the sky was green, because the guy was actually able to turn the sky green, but the guy who said the sky is blue is just a pathological perpetual liar. So he got his eyes taken out for that. It's just like there's no meaning to it. It's just the crazy idea about it. And then this one I got an idea from because I was watching a Trevor Moore interview or discussion with Zach, and he was talking about the guy who found out about 9/11 later than everybody. And it would just be, you could do something so funny with that. I think that would be hilarious. But those are the ones I wrote down. There's so many more that I can go over. But yeah. I am not gay. I don't know why you're saying that. I was just referring to a sketch about eating pussy. I don't know if that's where you got it from, but I am not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. There really isn't anything wrong with that. But I'm straight. I am straight. But that information doesn't fucking matter, to be honest. But yeah, I like women. I love women. Okay, women are great, but they're also terrible. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, the guy who found out about 9/11 late, because he was saying like everyone was all depressed in the bar, and they were like wondering like, why is everyone depressed? And then he looked at the TV and he's like, oh. That would just be such a funny sketch, I think. Like something like that. That'd be like the gist of it. But yeah, I'd have to think more deeply about it to get a good idea of what the full sketch would be. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm just gonna keep writing down these ideas. Because you never know. One day it could come true. I just need actors and actresses and a good camera and at least some money to support it. But, you can make good sketches without, fully supporting yourself, But, yeah, I hate to cut it now. I'm glad you people are watching this. But I think it's time to go. Like I said, if you missed it before, please go check out the beginning, because I talked to Trey Borden, comedic entertainer on Instagram, TikTok. Oh yeah, I gotta put his Instagram or his TikTok inside the description. I didn't know you were into writing sketches. It sounds like you're really good at it. Yeah, no, I've been doing that for a while. I wrote a couple scripts and stuff before. I wrote partial. I got like 27 pages done of a Carnival of Souls remake. I have a perfect idea for it. I think using that building that was used in the Carnival of Souls is a very important, and the music is also very important. I remember I was listening to the soundtrack, writing it, but like a few specific songs and are looping with the Caretakers music because I think it's somewhat very similar. But yeah, Carnival of Souls is a great movie, but I don't think everybody would like it because it is a little slow. Even though it's a short movie, but you could watch it online. It is it's probably a top 5 horror movie for me. But yeah, I want to make my own. So yeah, I wrote like 27 pages of that script. It was going really good too, but I just haven't been on it for a while. But yeah, I do write sketches. I have another idea for this other movie, but I don't want to give it away because I believe it is such a good idea that if anybody steals it, I will be pissed that I don't get credit for it. So I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not like that. That kind of sounds egotistical of me to say something like that. Like, oh, I think of the greatest ideas, but I'm truly not, because I'm just saying that because I don't know what this full story is gonna be like either. But once I get it down, I will share it. But it has to do with AI, of course. But yeah, it's a great idea. Me and my friend were talking about it, and I told him about it, and he was like, "Dude, out of all the things you've come up with, that's a great idea." I'm like, "Yeah, it was. I love it." But toot my own horn here. I promise I'm not a narcissist. Am I? Am I making you believe that I'm not a narcissist? Am I gaslighting you to think that I'm not, but I actually am? Tick tock, down goes the hallucinations. Okay, I've gone on long enough, so I appreciate you guys being on here. Again, support Trey Borden, Bordeaux Trey, great guy. Again, he's a wonderful man. Greatest guy ever besides me. I'm definitely better, but he's a close second. Just kidding, he's a far second. I'm the farthest first, the best person of all time. Okay, no, I gotta get going because I'm distracting my own self. So, and do not do drugs that are hard. Please stay away, abstain from it. Do not do meth, please, or heroin, or fentanyl, or many other things. Just stay away. Stay away from it. Don't touch it, okay? Please stay safe out there. I try to spread harm reduction here. That's my main goal, okay? Abstain from it. I love you all, and peace out.